FBX here with a video on custom Framemeister profiles for the Sega Genesis. Right now I've got loaded up Golden Axe in my original Model 1 high-def Genesis console, and it's being output to the Framemeister in RGB plus boosted C-Sync. Current image mode being used is Smart 2X, but we'll be moving to custom profiles shortly. Now I'm a stickler for getting the sharpest possible picture from the Framemeister on my HDTV, so I always use 1080p output and scale the image to either 4x or 5x, the original console's resolution. Additionally, the scanline feature of the Framemeister only looks good in 1080p when the image is scaled to 4x, so this is another advantage to ensuring properly scaled profiles. The big problem with the Genesis on the Framemeister is that some games have a colored border around the graphics, like Golden Axe here, and some other games have flickering pixel garbage at the bottom of the screen. I thought for the longest time these issues couldn't be solved, and we'd have to wait until a new firmware revision was released for the Framemeister that allowed for custom masking. As it turns out, the visual set options in the Framemeister can be used to set the boundaries of the visible game image, while the zoom options allow you to set the size and shape of that image. This means no more colored borders or extraneous pixel garbage with the proper custom settings. Golden Axe is a 320 by 224 game, but the Genesis does have another mode of 256 by 224 that about 25% of the games released for the system use during gameplay. As such, I've made custom 4x and 5x profiles for both modes. Here I'll load up my custom 4x 320 profile to show the effect of custom boundary settings. As you can see, all of the colored border is completely removed and only the active graphics can be seen. I'll turn on scan lines here so you can see that they are nice and uniform. Now I'll load up the 5x 320 profile to show the difference in image size. Okay, so the image is much larger, but there are two drawbacks to using 5x scale like this. One is you'll lose 4 pixels off the top as well as the bottom of the image. Some people don't mind the loss and pretend it's like an old CRT cutting off some of the graphics like that. The other drawback, as you can see here, is scan lines appear too thin. This is because the pixels are larger, but the scanline effect the Framemeister uses still stays the same size. Both of these drawbacks are why I personally prefer my 4x scale profiles. Here I've got loaded up Artemio's 240p test suite, and this was an invaluable tool for customizing my profile settings. Specifically, these grid test patterns were a major help in that they show the active game graphics boundary, and you can turn on the extended colored border area to see where to crop it out of view. So you can see the active border on this Smart 2X mode, and now I'll load up my custom profile once again to show the difference. And now you can see it's completely and perfectly masked out of view. Achieving this took a lot of trial and error, and the same thing with the zoom settings for dialing in the perfect 4x and 5x scales. This grid scroll also proved extremely helpful in making sure the scaling was perfect. Any sort of incorrect zoom size settings will show up here as scaling artifacts from the pixels being shaped to different sizes as they scroll up or down the screen. So that's how my latest custom profiles work for the Sega Genesis on the Framemeister. All of my profile work can be downloaded on my Pixel Purist webpage, linked to in the details of this video.